So we're going to do the kitten adoption today. Dawn is our adopter, and I'm an adoption counselor. This is Apple. It's a little kitten that's going home today. So first we're going to go over Apple's medical.
Okay.
The kitten's really distracting. Sorry, that's already written there. So Apple, we assume, was born probably in February-ish. We go by the size and the teeth, generally. So she was tested for leukemia and FIV on 5/22, and she came up negative for both.
Okay.
She was spayed at Animal Associates that same day. So that's all set. You don't have to worry about that. She got her first distemper vaccine on 5/21. In order to finish out the series, she's going to need a second 2 to 4 weeks after. So that lands you between 6/4 and 6/18.
Okay. And I go to my vet.
You don't have to.
Okay.
You can call us, and actually all of that information is right here on your, if I can get it out, vaccines for your new cat or kitten sheet. You're going to call Ashley, our director of animal care, and that gives you her extension. Give her a couple days notice, and she can schedule time for you to come in, and we do it here for free.
Great.
You could certainly go to your vet if you feel more comfortable, but we'd love to be able to cover it for you. Apple was big enough to receive her rabies vaccine, so she got that same day as her spay, so that's good for a year.
Okay.
You do want to keep up with that, even though she's an indoor-only cat. It's required by the law, and if she ever got out and got into a fight with anything, you'd much rather her be up to date than not. We deworm everybody 3 times, pretty standard. She's been with us long enough that we were able to do all 3, so she's all set there. We do treat them for flea and tick just when they come in and to protect them from the new cats that are coming in. That was given on 5/21 as well, and we typically use Advantage. You can continue that if you want. If you have a dog, that's usually a good idea to treat the cat, even though she's not going outside.
Okay.
Some people choose not to. That's totally fine. You want to stick with kind of the name brand stuff. Advantage is good. Frontline's pretty good. They're also making a collar called the Seresto collar, and that lasts for several months. So a lot of that information, you want to kind of avoid hearts, anything you can get at like Walmart. They just tend to have a bad reaction to it.
Yeah.
And then the last thing, so she had her health exam when she was spayed. They did notice she has a small growth on her head. She will likely have that forever. If you notice any major changes in it, you should definitely give us a call, and we'll try to give you a hand with that.
Okay.
So that's everything for this. You're just going to sign the bottom here that says you understand when she's due and that you'll take care of that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make a copy of this for us, and you get to keep everything.
Great.
That's her rabies certificate, which you do not have to put that tag on her,
Good,
obviously. It's if you need it, if you ever had to prove it, and this is just from when she was fixed.
Okay.
All right. So you can pretend to sign all of that there. All right. The next step is the actual adoption contract. So I know it's a little wordy. If you'd like to take a minute to read it, you can. Otherwise, basically this first part is about caring for the animal. You agree to keep them up to date on vaccines, that you provide them with adequate shelter, veterinary care, food, water, all that stuff. With cats, you agree not to declaw.
Okay.
Because it is painful. Ensure the safety of them by making sure they're not roaming. And basically, you are taking on any liability should something happen with the cat. What?
Battery power low.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay. The second one here is that, to the best of our knowledge, the kitten has been spayed. Should something happen something indicates to you that that's maybe not the case, just call us.
Okay.
Certainly we did it, but sometimes things can be left behind.
Okay.
It's very rare, but it does
All right.
happen. We're providing you with all medical and behavioral information that we know of to this point.
Okay.
We can't always know everything. A lot of these kittens came in as strays, So, we've told you to the best of our knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically agreeing to cover future medical care. However, we do want you to call us because we can sometimes help.
Okay.
So your initial there for that.
All right.
The kitten was fed Science Diet while she was with us.
Mm-hmm.
This is a coupon. You don't have to sign that if you don't want to, unless you want to continue feeding Science Diet. We'll do everything we can to help you make the adoption work. If you have behavioral issues come up, medical, please call us. If everything is like, this just is not going to work, we will take the kitten back. Stop clawing me. But that is the major gist of it. And then you're just going to sign the bottom there and date that.
Awesome.
And I will make a copy of that for you.
Awesome. Okay.
The major things with the cats is, though she's a pretty outgoing little kitten, you do want to start her in a small room. This kind of keeps her contained, lets her get to know her space so she's not losing track of the litter box or, something. You definitely don't want that to happen.
Yep.
She may hide at first. You want to put her in a room that maybe has fewer hiding spots.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have to drag her out.
Sure.
You'll know she's ready to kind of expand her space when she's really coming right up to you, tail in the air, purring,
Okay.
and she's ready to go. So like we talked about, we feed Science Diet here. It's kind of a middle-of-the-road food. We typically recommend grain-free food, especially for indoor cats, because they tend to put on weight a little bit more. We free feed dry food all day long, but we would recommend canned. We feed about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons twice a day.
Okay.
You can definitely up that when the kitten gets home. This is
Up close and
Lorenzo
personal.
plays Apple. We talked about the vaccine, so that's good. Nail trimming. If you have any issues with the kitten, she's really scratching at things, you're having a hard time keeping her away from the furniture, call us. There are options rather than declawing. Medical stuff, again, any litter box issues, just let us know. The other thing is, sometimes cats, if they're confused, they're not sure, about their new home, they could dash out the door.
Sure.
So this is just some information on how to find her.
Okay.
And then, of course, some info if you have a cat at home, tricks and tips of how to introduce them. But that's going to take a little bit. Expect that they're separated for some time.
Okay.
If you have any troubles, if they're just not getting along, you're really concerned about it, again, I cannot emphasize this enough. Call us. So you're going to take all that home, and you can have, take your time, read through that.
Okay.
This we ask once they settle in, send us a nice little picture. And if you want to show off your support for the animal shelter, you can buy logo wear at this website.
And do I get some food for home?
We're going to start you with some food. Throw it.
One of these bags.
So we're sending you home with some dry food
Great.
to get the kitten started.
Yay.
If you decide to change over to a higher quality food, you just use this.
Okay.
And do it slowly.
Sure.
50-50. That way the stomach has time to adjust. A little bit of can to get you started. This is core. It's really good food.
Okay.
It's made by Wellness. It's a little on the pricey side,
Okay.
but you can go to chewy.com and they typically have really good deals. And then there's toys in there, of course.
Yay.
And the other thing is, it is totally normal when a cat or kitten is stressed out that he will have some tummy troubles.
Okay.
So if you notice some diarrhea,
Yeah.
even a little bit of blood in the stool is pretty normal.
Okay.
If that persists or it's coupled with not eating or vomiting, call us.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Do you have any questions?
No, I think you've covered everything.
Awesome. So the last step is the adoption fee.
Mhm.
For kittens, it's $150, and we take cash, check, MasterCard, or Visa.
All right.
Yay!
Yay! Starring Kim and Donna. And as we said, Lorenzo.
You don't realize how